We have a huge WWE Money in the Bank announcement in a moment, plus big plans for New Japan Pro Wrestling Wrestle Kingdom Night 2 have been revealed, and which top star could be leaving New Japan soon. It's all in the wrestling news right now. Big beefy news around Money in the Bank 2023, set to take place July the 1st. It has been revealed by WWE that show will take place in the United Kingdom. Oh, the tea! Let's spill the tea! Gosh, save our gracious king. Yes! Another day out for the Cultaholic boys! Have you eaten a tea bag?
I won't do that.
You wild Yorkshire man, you. Announced only a few minutes ago at time of recording, WWE in a press statement announcing Money in the Bank will come to the UK following the success of Clash at the Castle in September, saying the O2 in London is one of the world's premier venues and the perfect home for Money in the Bank. We are excited to bring one of our Big Five events to the UK and look forward to welcoming the WWE Universe to London on July the 1st. We're getting another one, mate.
We're getting another one. I wasn't expecting it necessarily so soon either.
No, me neither.
Yeah,
I thought maybe next year.
Yeah, exactly. I thought they were going to maybe take a break out, sort of go perhaps other places in Europe and everything as well, sort of feel out where they might want to do more shows. But this is amazing news. This is so cool to see.
Also interesting in regards to the Money in the Bank show itself on a wider scale, because there was conversations from a Triple H at the press conference after Survivor Series where he talked about changing some of those hardwired events for WWE, such as Hell in a Cell, Elimination Chamber, and even Money in the Bank came up. And the idea that they wouldn't become those standalone pay-per-views necessarily anymore and go back to sort of free roaming match types. Money in the Bank, it's as mentioned in the WWE press release, is one of their Big Five. So that's not changing anytime soon.
No, it doesn't seem so. I think for a little while there was talks, wasn't there, about perhaps having it back on WrestleMania again? There was little rumblings here and there. But do you know what? I quite like the idea of having Money in the Bank separately, because I feel like Money in the Bank, the pay-per-view itself, sort of, the spotlight is more on the people that win the briefcases, perhaps. And then you are building up them as I guess a credible challenger, a credible person to cash in their the briefcase on the champion. So I'm happy that it's still its own separate thing. I think
WWE did set out plans last year to do more stuff internationally as well, and this is in keeping with that. There were tentative plans in place for a show in India in the first quarter of this year. From what we understand, those have changed, and it could potentially be happening in April or maybe move back to next year. But it certainly seems like WWE are going to have a very international 2023.
It certainly does, doesn't it? With NXT Europe expanding as well,
Absolutely.
Hopefully too. We've got lots of things to look forward to.
We'll keep you up to date with everything that's happening. The beautiful, almost horrible irony of, during the cost of living crisis in the UK, WWE hosting an event called Money in the Bank.
Oh, God,
not lost on me. New Japan Wrestle Kingdom has wrapped up. New Year's Dash finished just a short while ago. Got an update on two guys who got banged up during Wrestle Kingdom Night 1, haven't we?
A little bit banged up. Yes, so Leo Rush got busted open during the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team title match, but was revealed that he has a few stitches and a massive headache, but no broken facial bones. I saw the pictures on Twitter. On Twitter. Oh my goodness gracious me. He was banged up. Consequently, he'll miss PWG's Battle of Los Angeles whilst he recovers. And also, Kenny Omega has a badly swollen eye, but competed a few hours ago, as you mentioned, at New Year's Dash, teaming with Okada to face Jeff Cobb and Henare.
I believe it, yeah. I mean, by the time you see this, it might have been less than an hour ago. Yeah. I think that I kind of, behind the curtain, I wrote this thinking it was going to go out later, but apparently it's going out soon. So anyway, because Omega teaming with Okada on New Year's Dash. We just watched that upstairs.
Yeah.
Very surreal.
Yeah.
I love New Year's Dash because it's like an unboxing for Kevin Kelly. Like, he always seems, it's like watching Kevin Kelly open his Christmas presents.
It's like Boxing Day for wrestling fans.
It is, isn't it?
Because you get the next one after. You get Christmas Day, Wrestle Kingdom, Boxing Day, New Year's Dash.
And everyone's kind of in their comfies a little bit, aren't they? Do you know
they are,
Everyone's a bit more like, not as in their finery as they were for Wrestle Kingdom. Some are in joggers and stuff. I do like it. I do like it. It's been a busy few hours for New Japan Pro Wrestling. A big announcement for Wrestle Kingdom Night 2 coming down the wires as well. Night 2, which is taking place later on in January 21st at the Yokohama Arena. It's going to feature New Japan versus Pro Wrestling Noah.
Whoa, Noah! Triple H's favourite promotion.
Triple H's favourite promotion, whether he wants to or not. An emergency press conference will take place tomorrow to give further details on it. This is what they did last year for Night 3 of Wrestle Kingdom.
They did.
Where we had Los Ingobernables.
Los Ingobernables.
That's the ones, thank you. They were in action taking on, was it Cobra?
Maybe.
It was Congo. Not Cobra, Congo.
Cobra Kai.
It wasn't Cobra Kai. It wasn't the Netflix series, it was Congo, what am I talking about? And then Tanahashi and Okada facing Kiyomiya and Keiji Muto. Well done, Tom. You circumnavigated those Japanese wrestlers' names. I did very well. Give myself 10 points. I'm up for this. I enjoyed last year's New Japan Noah shenanigans. I thought they were really good fun.
Yeah, me too. I can't remember if it was perhaps Jack that said it in the chat, but it almost felt a little bit sort of tacked on, I think, at the end of the sort of Wrestle Kingdom, the big sprawl of Wrestle Kingdom last year. But having it on Night 2, I don't think they had really much booked for Night 2 at all, so this feels like a good way to now. You got a bit of time, you can build up to stuff, and yeah, it should be a good one.
There's one match that is potentially taking place on Night 2 that could spell the end of a top star in New Japan Pro Wrestling. So tell us the story. Spill the tea.
Spill the tea,
Andrew.
if you will.
Tea bag.
I know, so I flicked them everywhere. After losing the IWGP Championship at Wrestle Kingdom, Jay White took out his frustrations on Hikuleo at New Year's Dash a few hours ago. White threw down the challenge for a loser leaves Japan match against Hikuleo, which is expected to take place at Wrestle Kingdom Night 2 on January 21st, as you said, at the Yokohama Arena.
Now, not confirmed at time of recording, but it's looking that way. And it has added to speculation from numerous sources that Jay White could be on his way out of New Japan Pro Wrestling. Now, a few may be thinking, well, hang on, in 2018, he said he'd signed a 7-year contract.
Yes.
He's talking rubbish. Get off my internet. Well, he did say that. But since then, he has cast doubt on that sentence. And not say that he has or hasn't signed a contract, but he certainly left people guessing. There's been a few times where Jay White has disappeared seemingly forever and then come back again.
Yeah.
He is certainly one to keep the wrestling world talking. I will throw in my needless, meaningless 2 pence worth and suggest that Wrestle Kingdom Night 2, if that's where that match takes place and it's loser leaves Japan, and if Jay White, sad face Jay White as he was at New Year's Dash, does end up losing to Hikuleo, the Rumble's a week later.
Oh man, there was rumblings, pardon the pun. There was rumblings like a few years, last year, maybe even the year before. I can't even remember, of like potentially Jay White and WWE and turning up at the Rumble and doing this, that, and the other. I would like to see that. We've got little bits and pieces. Obviously, we've got Balor in there. We've got AJ Styles in there as well. You know, you can pull from the history of the Bullet Club, so to speak.
I don't know. I think the guy who runs WWE's creative right now isn't really that bothered about the Bullet Club and isn't really that interested in wrestling outside of WWE.
No.
I don't think for a second that the guy currently head of creative WWE would like to just for shoes and giggles.
For funsies.
Funsies had previous members of Bullet Club in the ring at the same time in the Royal Rumble. I don't think that's Triple H's bag at all. I don't think he's bothered.
He's got you. He's got you. He's pulling your tackle. All right. He's pulling your tackle.
There was no evidence, Your Honour. We'll have more wrestling news throughout the day, of course, at cultaholic.com. Case.
Love you, bye.